He's right behind you.
You don't have a preference?
Okay, we'll just say Agapion.
Okay.
So it just makes
Will
your
make
life
you happy.
easier. You know?
Oh, is that why? Because it's easier for people to say?
Kind of. Yeah, because like if you say if it was like in Greek, it would be like Agapiou.
Agapio?
Yeah, but that's like
It's important to me to say it that way because
It's
I like it.
fun.
Also because my name is Avital and people go like Avital and I'm
Yeah,
like, that's not.
I say Avital.
You can
And
call me
then I
Avi.
found-
Can you call me
Well,
Avi?
I'm trying.
Okay.
Mhm.
Just Avi, not Avital.
Every time I say your name, I immediately re-say it because I was like, that's not right, that's not right.
Let's hear it.
Avital.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
But also Avi is fine.
But when I say it to my
Avi.
husband, I'm like, Avital. And I'll just say it so many times when I'm talking to him because I'm like, I'm practicing. It's like
Mano's
Los
like
Feliz.
the
Yeah.
polite one. He's like, whatever's easiest for you, just say it. And I'm like, no, you are butchering my fucking
I'm
name.
with you because when people say Mano, it freaks me out, and
yeah.
it's like that's like not wrong, but Mano is like really
Yeah.
what it is.
That's-
Like Manolo.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
what it's short for?
Yeah, in Greek it's
Oh,
like
cool.
Manoli.
Does anybody ever call you that?
Oh yeah, my boyfriend calls me Manolo.
Oh, that's
Ah.
so cute.
It's cute. It's cute. It's cute. It's cute. But yeah.
So
yeah.
why did you? Okay, let's
Oh, yeah,
do
let's
this.
introduce-
But
Let's
I like.
dig.
I'm probably going to leave that.
Are you
in.
recording?
I am.
Okay,
yeah.
let's begin it.
Let me make sure I'm telling the truth. Yeah. I just got paranoid for a second.
Oh.
I am Avital. If you really want to get it right, it's Avital. But I'm Avital Ash,
I'm Jessica Richards.
and this is.
He's right behind you.
He's right behind you. And today we are joined by special guest Mano Agapion. Manolo Agapio. Agapio?
Got it.
Yeah.
I love all of it. I live. Hi. Thanks
Hi.
for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
We're
This
very
is
happy to have
fun.
you. Do you want to say your name as you like to be
Sure,
called?
whatever. I mean, but it's all, who cares? I don't care, but I'll say my
I
name
care.
just to make things easy. Mano Agapion.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's great. It's fun. I
It's
have
a cool
good time
name.
with it.
Yeah.
It's nice. I mean, you can relate to this, but it's like there's a lot of character building when you're when you understand that not everyone's gonna get your name right.
Yeah.
It's a good ego check,
Yeah.
right? And ego's the enemy.
This is a problem I've never had. So it's one of these things where I'm like, this is a problem people
How do you
have. I
pronounce
don't-
your name?
Jessica.
Oh, yeah.
Which was
classic.
literally like the most popular name the year I was born.
Yes.
So like it's a family name, so my mom just named me after my great grandma. But everybody else was like a trend.
Yeah.
So there were like 6 Jessicas in all of my classes.
Not a hard name. Okay.
Not a
yeah.
hard name.
But that's frustrating too to have to be like you have to be like Jessica, your last initial.
Yes, I was
That's
Jessica
annoying.
R until there was a Jessica Ratcliffe, and then she really fucked over my life because then it was like, oh,
Yeah.
you're Jessica Richards.
Oh God, that's a form of ego. Like that's a healthy way in which your ego got checked. It's like, okay, well, it's not all about me. It's about this bigger picture. It's about this collective. Maybe my identity isn't the only thing that defines me.
Yeah, I serve as part of the whole.
Yeah.
I'm just a Jessica in the Jessicas.
I'm not that special. There are a lot of us.
What, Mano?
Hi.
Hi. What is your relationship with horror?
Oh, I really enjoy it. I really like it a lot. I used to have a horror podcast called Horny for Horror.
So
Ooh.
good.
Very fun.
Great
And
title.
like that one ended, but I still talk about horror a bunch on my current podcast with Betsy Sodaro.
Oh, she's
who's
so funny.
an angel. It's called We Love Trash, and we kind of talk about all forms of trash, and horror got a lot of trash in it.
So you still get to feed your horror.
But I love horror. I used to be so scared of it as like a young kid. Like I could not watch it. I would be like, you're crazy to want to watch it. And I think actually, funnily enough, we were downstairs chatting. The first movie that made me like go into the gateway of horror was Scream.
Ooh.
Because my friend was like, it's so good. Like, it's scary, but like, it's such a good movie. You have to watch it. And I did. And then I kind of really got re-addicted or back into the feeling of like, what,
Back
this is
into
exciting.
it, but you hadn't been into it before, or had you?
No.
Yeah.
Before that, I was just terrified. Like, I would watch Are You Afraid of the Dark as a kid.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it so much.
But I remember in those episodes when there would be a cliffhanger where they suggest the monster is like still there. I'm like, no! Like, I remember being like actually sad or scared. Like, no, don't say that the monster is still there.
I relate so hard because I feel like it's weird that I have a podcast, a horror podcast, as somebody
Right?
who also was like, I'm scared. And Scream was the exception because it was so good. And I would read I would watch Are You Afraid of the Dark and I would read Goosebumps. But I would be scared and I wouldn't like the feeling. And so as I got older, I did not watch scary movies. Scream, I don't know why. I was like, and we rewatched it, and it's actually scary. I didn't remember it being that scary.
Yeah, it's great.
Still, it holds
I remembered
up
it being
every
great, but I didn't remember it being scary.
Every way.
It's so good.
Yeah, there's
but
even...
it still is scary. Like, I still should have lost sleep over it.
Well, and Are You Afraid of the Dark comes up a lot because it taught me, like, what horror was. It's so scary.
I'm cold. Do you remember that episode?
Which one was that?
Which one is that?
Is it a little boy
Joan
in the
Hart
closet?
is in it, and there's a little boy.
Yeah?
There's a little creepy ghost boy who she keeps sitting outside her window who goes,
Oh, yeah.
cold. It's so stupid. It's funny how when you go look at what scared you and you're like, this is dumb.
I remember an episode.
Some of that stuff is still scary.
Yeah.
There was the one where it's like the babysitter that brings like books, and if you don't finish the book, the monsters like come after you. And I was like, shit, I have to finish books before I start a new book.
At least something positive came out of it.
That is
it's
positive.
like,
yeah.
It makes me very anxious when I read.
Yeah.
Got to get through this book as fast as possible.
In fact, I have to say really quick about Scream.
Yeah.
If you go back, there's actually like a now new funny layer where the first two killers are like homoerotic and toxically masculine in a way that's more fascinating in today's conversation, because you're like, oh yeah, like there's probably like a very gay lens. There's a more exciting gay lens which we can now like view this through.
Yes.
Even though it was kind of always suggested, I think now more so today it's like gay.
There was something else that we watched recently that I was like, this was pretty homoerotic, but now I can't remember what it was.
Oh.
Do you remember? We haven't watched that many.
No.
Was it Suspiria? That's gay.
No,
I didn't watch that one.
I gotta watch Suspiria.
Was it Nightmare on Elm
Funny
Street
Games.
2?
Oh, Funny Games.
Funny Games, yes.
Yeah, those two
Oh,
guys.
yeah. Ew.
Yeah. Ew.
And they would be right at home in like an Eastern European porn.
Yeah. They
You know what I
would.
mean?
Well, and they're like, are they brothers?
Right.
Are they brother lovers?
Hey,
Yeah.
didn't stop other Eastern European studios.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of bad porn, guys. We have to.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, is there any movies that you remember that like what's the scariest movie, like scariest moments or something like that?
Oh, okay. I was saying this, which I'll just say again because I think one of my favorite scary movies is The Orphanage, Il Orfanato. It's Spanish. It's great. It's Guillermo del Toro is involved in the making of it, and it's Guillermo del Toro-y in the best way.
Yes.
Because it has that spooky, magical fairy taleism at the end, but that you are actually surprised by it. Like, because the whole film is just, about this adult young woman who used to be an orphan, and she decides to purchase the orphanage she grew up in.
Oh wait, I don't want to hear too much because I do really want.
That's all I'll say.
Okay, great.
I've never
That's
seen
all
it.
I'll say.
I realized I was thinking of The City of Lost Children by Jean-Pierre Jeunet because the title is so similar.
So similar.
Yeah.
This one I highly recommend.
Okay,
That's
I'm
all
gonna
I'll
watch
say.
it.
Yeah, I haven't seen this one. I saw Orphan.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that one too. That one's pure trash.
That one
has
I
a
was
great
watching
twist.
during my very first earthquake, and my
What?
closet started shaking, and my first thought was, she's in the closet. And then I looked up, and the chandelier was shaking, and I was like, oh no, it's something else.
So you guys have something in common that I'm very tickled by, which
Yes.
is, I guess, pretty practical, considering most people are murdered by their significant others, and you both have created agreements with your partners that if ever there's a desire to murder you, they should just leave and or divorce you and or cheat.
Oh yeah, so what's
or-
your pact?
Yeah, pretty simple. It's just like probably twice or thrice a month. I'm like, don't kill me, okay? Like, just don't kill me. Like, leave me, sleep with someone. I don't give a shit. Like, go, just do that. I won't be mad, like, because I'll be thankful I have my life. I'll be mad, but like, I'm really great adapter. Like, I know how to adapt and move on. So like, don't fucking kill me.
Yeah, that's mine is like, look, if you feel like you want to cheat on me, let's have a conversation. I'm not going to take your money or ruin your life.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to murder me to avoid that.
Truly.
I'm not going to do it.
I have the same thing with my boyfriend. Like, literally, like, every couple years, we'll just be in, like, do you want to, like, suck off a stranger? Okay, you don't? Cool. We can stay monogamous. But, like, let's keep the conversation going.
Right.
Because life is long, and if you want to go do something freaky deaky, do it instead of fucking killing me.
Yeah, my feeling about this is like usually the man kills his wife because he has gotten somebody pregnant or whatever, and he wants to leave it for that person. And I'm like, I will be happy for you if you found somebody that makes you more happy.
I mean, okay, hello, okay, let's go to church. Because, like, if your person, man or woman, wants to meet someone else, they are going to meet someone else.
And maybe I will be more happy if you leave me for that person, too.
Totally.
Like, maybe we're not supposed to be together. That's okay.
That's fine. But, like, that's that thing of, like, you're not going to be happier by holding them down. It's like, it's that weird thing of, like, if I get married, then we're committed to each other. It's like, if someone wants to leave, they can leave whenever they want. Yes. And that is both a beautiful and scary thing about relationships. Yeah. That's just what it is. Yeah. And I mean, and if they want to leave, you deserve something different then.
Yes.
Don't stay and kill each other. I just watch so much true crime and it's
like all of it.
Close.
It's so funny because to me, I'm like, if someone's going to murder me, they're not going to not murder me because I was like, hey, don't murder me.
Right.
But you know what? I mean, I don't want to say, like, specific examples, but in some of these cases, it's like the men, it's like you wish someone would have just been like, hey.
Yeah.
Just to get a divorce. You know what? You can start over.
And the statistic is crazy. It's like 86% of murder victims know their killer intimately.
Well, it's like I'm gonna say a fact that I don't know if it's how accurate, but the leading cause of death in pregnant women is murder.
What?
Because it's like a lot of times it's men who don't want the baby.
Oh,
so it's just easier to like snap and kill the
Is that true?
That's why I said asterisk. I'm pretty sure it's accurate.
Oh my gosh, that's terrifying.
Because it's like it's either men who don't want the baby or other women who want a baby.
Right.
Oh my God.
That's so fucked up.
Which is
so scary. But yeah, true crime is terrifying. It's always someone super close to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing about Scream, is it's somebody she knows.
Yeah.
Two somebodies she knows.
That's the twist.
Yeah.
That's the twist. If you haven't seen Scream, spoiler alert.
I know. I'm like, maybe I'll beep some of this stuff out because people are signing up for Chopping Mall, but I don't know if they're signing up for Scream is so good. And I don't want to give it away. So
let's talk about Chopping Mall.
Let's
Your
dig.
choice. Tell us why you picked this movie.
Haha, I tricked you into watching Chopping Mall.
Which I've already seen, by the way.
Okay, yes. I love it so much. I think it's so fun. I stumbled upon it. It was me and Betsy. I live with Betsy Sadaro, who's a perfect angel.
Aww.
And we love bad horror. We love bad movies. And Amazon Prime has so many. And I think we stumbled on this one. It was called Chopping Mall. We're like, it has a funny name.
Yeah.
Let's dig in. This is great.
Which the poster is not reflective of what the movie's
at all.
about.
No, it has like a sort of
cyborg. The poster's like a zombie
hand
holding a bag with body parts in it.
That's not at all what
looking
happens.
this up.
So it's like whoever made the poster didn't see the movie.
What?
I
What
took
is
a
this?
deep dive, and apparently the name was released in theaters as Killbots.
Which is not reflective of the poster either.
No.
What is
No.
that?
And I think the theatrical release was longer.
Yeah, that's what I read on IMDb. They cut out 15 minutes and changed the title for video.
Which,
But
bravo.
nobody gets chopped.
No.
Whoa.
Well,
I would
someone
say,
gets
like,
stabbed.
there's like some karate chopping
Like
with the claws. Oh, the pinchy claws are my
pinching.
favorite.
It's pinching more than
Someone's
chopping.
head get chopped off.
They're like
there's
pincers.
pinching. There's blowing up a whole head.
Yeah, that was great.
I felt like not Marty in the control room. He got a little karate chopped in the neck.
Yeah.
Also, that weird couple, like I'm sure in the longer version, that weird couple
In
at
the
start of
beginning?
the film,
Yes.
they get
The
killed,
Blands.
right?
I don't think so.
Well, yeah,
I'm-
like
I'm-
in the more edited, in the
Right,
last
that's what I
edited.
mean.
Yeah, because it is weird.
In the longer one.
So I wasn't sure. Are they like a cameo? Are they other people from a different movie that the same director did or something? Because
They have to be killed in the longer version of this
Right.
film.
they
What
have
are they
some
doing there?
real bizarre dialogue and then they're gone.
Yeah, I think
One of them is like a Bland Cersei. Their last name's Bland. I don't know if you noticed their name tags. Their names are Bland.
I did like that this starts with like everyone, this mall, the Park Plaza Mall, they're having like some sort of presentation. But all the people that work at the mall have "Hi, my name is" name tags on.
Yeah.
For like a work meeting.
Right.
Who are they
is this?
meeting?
They meet.
Why?
That's also weird that it's like a meeting when they're already implementing them.
Right.
What's up?
They're there the rest of the
They're
movie.
there.
Yeah.
There's like a real catalyst to this is that this mall has invested a lot in these robots
Mm-hmm.
and in a secure like metal door.
Uh-huh.
How much is this mall getting robbed
Yeah.
at night that
No
they're
way.
implementing all these security measures?
And those robots are slow as fucking hell. They
They're
can't
so
help.
slow.
Well, they're like
so
talking
slow.
Roombas.
Yes.
They're just kind of bouncing around, rolling into things.
And honestly, they're so easy to defeat. You find a staircase.
Right. I thought about that too. Why are they spending so much time trying to fix the elevator? Who cares about the elevator?
Now, hold on a second, because okay.
I like this.
Hands down, my favorite part of this movie is seeing the robot ride the elevator.
Yeah.
Because it was adorable. But then, because they all take the escalator, and then the robot has to wait for the elevator, which I can relate. But then, later when they go up the escalator, the robot takes the escalator. Different robot, maybe? I mean, there's 3.
Huh.
But I saw that, and
One
I was
is an
like,
able-bodied robot.
oh, it could take the escalator.
I didn't think about that, or I didn't notice that. That's interesting. Maybe they're learning.
I was on the side of the robots through some of this because I did find them to be adorable and charming.
They are funny, and they're polite.
They're very polite. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
And they're just trying to do their job.
That's true.
Like, nobody...
I don't know about that.
None of these people should be in the mall.
These people flash
anyway.
their badges.
None of these people
and
should
they
be
don't
in
give
this
a
mall
shit.
at night.
They don't do their job.
Yeah.
They are patrolling the hall.
And even in the presentation, they say it doesn't. That guy looks dead. No, it doesn't kill them. It just zaps
stuns
them.
them.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're not supposed to kill.
They're definitely not carrying out justice
No.
through most of the film.
But why then are they equipped to kill?
Yeah.
That's a good point. Well, I think they weren't equipped to kill. I think the electricity from the lightning made them crazy.
They do keep showing the lightning.
They do keep showing the crazy clashes
there's a
of
freak lightning storm that hits the mall or an electrical thing, or it doesn't exactly hit the robots. It hits something else.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's
to
our
answer
catalyst.
your question from 100 years ago, we started this film and we fucking loved it. And I also love that it just has so many tropes of the late 80s. Mixed with some lazy horror tropes. Yes. I just love it.
There's some really choice lines, too, like, fuck the fuchsia, it's Friday. Oh, that's
yes.
a real gem of a line.
Oh, that's good. Is that when they're, like, showering at the mall?
No, that's the men.
Beginning.
Because Ferdy doesn't want to have this party.
Because it's his uncle's store.
And
he's got to find the fuchsia for this angry
older
customer.
Woman. Fuck the fuchsia, it's Friday.
Yeah, Greg says that. I spent a lot of time trying to learn their names, by the way. As I will show off here.
I
Greg
don't know
says
their
fuck the
names.
fuchsia.
Oh, you're good.
This is a good example of, we've talked before about how a lot of times these casts are all white men and I can't tell them apart.
Truly.
This is a good example of leaning on these cliches to differentiate them because you have the like gum chewing jock.
Oh my God, his gum chewing is amazing.
I love the
I'm
gum
in love
chewing.
With him.
Yes.
And then you have the glasses, so obviously the nerd. Then you have like the normal like 80s popped collar guy, and then you have a brunette. So then you can kind of tell them apart.
Yeah, who works on cars. I was like, that's the car guy.
Car guy.
Mm-hmm. Hot.
Car
who
guy
later,
is hot.
who is so obsessed with cars that later is like, how many tune-ups is that equal when she says like a number?
Oh, yeah.
Like just a number that they'll owe financially. And he's like, and what is that if you divide it by tune-ups?
I love him so much. There's like, and he like works in TV now.
Yeah?
I like weirdly followed him down and he like works on like Castle or something.
Whoa.
The hot guy.
Not anymore.
I'm shocked I didn't look him up because he has a great face.
Oh my God.
I'm like, you should be working all the time. And then Barbara Crampton, an icon.
Yes.
Which one is she?
She's the one that I think you would identify with.
Oh yeah, so should we
She's
say
kind of our
like
protagonist, right?
Well,
should we say okay? So watching this movie, I related very strongly to one character. Did anybody else relate to a character in this?
No.
I think I related to the janitor that got murdered.
He's from Gremlins also.
Oh,
yes,
he's the neighbor.
In another of this director's films.
Which I felt real bad for him that those other janitors were real dicks.
They were. The only person of color in this whole movie is a mean janitor.
Yeah.
Who gets the fuck out of the mall before it closes?
Well, I don't know that he does. I wonder, because I was going to say, at least he's not the first death, and then I was like, or...
No, because the mall doesn't close for a while.
But the janitor gets killed, like, right after that.
Yes, but then the mall doesn't actually close till, after the first 2 kids die.
Yeah, but they might still be there. The robots are just killing.
I think that those people left. They were on their way to the parking garage. We don't see them again. We don't see their bodies. I'm like, they're gone.
Well, you also think that
extended universe.
In
what do you think?
I didn't want to. Well, I just don't want to say the name and give it away. But you also think the person survives at the end of Funny Games.
Well, you can say that. Look at it. That's how I chose to look at the ending.
Interesting. You guys watched the old one or the new one?
Naomi Watts one. And I choose to believe that Naomi Watts swam to safety, and she has started her own charity organization where she's helping other women recover from trauma.
That movie fucked me up, man.
Oh, yeah. That's a fucked up movie.
I'm so bummed when they, like, change the film.
Oh, yeah.
It's, like, cool and interesting, but it really did bum me out. They're like, no, we don't want her to... Right?
They rewind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bummer.
God, that was sad.
It was a
That
good movie.
messed me up.
Yeah, I was scared to watch it for a long time. That was like the movie that I was avoiding, but then we did it.
So real. It's like The Strangers.
Which I've also been too scared. So home invasion is what scares me the most.
Oh, yeah.
Jessica's more afraid of possession.
I don't
more
like
afraid
ghost
of getting
possession.
murdered.
Okay, I think I'm more scared of home invasion myself.
Yeah, finally.
I'm afraid.
Someone
yes,
else.
I'm with you because, like, okay, I think about this too much. Like, okay, I need to shut up. But
no, this is great.
Okay, I like talking. My house, I enter sort of through a door that's at the back of the home. Let's say.
No, don't give away anything that could help someone break into your house.
Okay, thank you very much.
Let's just say, hypothetically.
Hypothetically,
if you had a house.
If I had a house, I actually live in an apartment building. But if there's like this little viewpoint where like I can see this sort of like obscured back patio, and I sometimes imagine like if someone just came out from the back patio and like just had a gun and said walk, what would I do?
Right.
If they were like get in the car, what would I do? Like
I think about this a lot too, and what I like to think I would do, but I don't know that I would, is run. Because I'm like, they're not getting anything out of killing me right then and there. But if they get me into the car and then I drive them to some...
You're right.
Well, you don't want to go to a second location.
Yeah. If I take them, I mean, they're going to have me drive into deep in the woods and
You're
whatever.
right.
So
Run
I feel
and
like,
scream.
yes, but in the moment when there's a fucking gun at your back, can you do that?
I
don't
think
know.
it's better to run and scream than to be tortured in a basement, right?
Yeah, and I think that's where it's going.
Okay, run and scream.
Run and scream.
I don't know.
Honestly.
I did see a coyote the other night. I was walking.
Not the same thing.
Guys, I did see a coyote, and it was really big, and it was walking towards me in Los Feliz. And my initial thing was like, I should run. And then I was like, not the right call, because it will activate the prey drive, and then it would have chased me.
Oh.
Right.
So in that situation, I mean, I didn't get into a car with it, but I didn't run also.
A coyote, I
Okay.
would not run, but that's because I think they're beautiful and I like
This
to look at
one
them.
was huge.
Okay.
Guys,
But what about if it's a gun?
It's very scary.
Guys, I love fake paws so much, and I just need you to know that I immediately thought of a coyote driving a car with the little fake paws.
Aw.
Fake animal paws make me so happy.
What about fake spiders because there's that one scene in Chopping Mall.
Some of those are real at first.
Yes, but then
Oh,
it's so
yeah,
funny
some
that they
of them.
come.
Holy
You
shit.
have the real ones. Just shoot with the real ones.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think-
yeah.
Well, I think in that scene they had to switch him because when she gets out, they would have just hung on to her.
Yes.
I mean, then have her remove them.
Ugh.
Yes.
Versus
That
these
was-
very fake ones.
There was like about 3 scenes in a row where I was like, fuck this director, I would have quit. And that was one of them when it's like, let's have tarantulas and snakes crawl on her while she's hiding in it. It's claustrophobia
It
for me.
is.
She's hiding under something.
I get that.
I have horrible arachnophobia. I don't mind it snakes, but
Oh, the snakes, I think I
those
mind
huge
more.
tarantulas.
My claustrophobia was really triggered in the air vents. That to me
Oh,
is
yeah.
like the,
Oh, yeah. So getting back to this, the character I most identify with is, of course, Susie.
She's the one that wants to leave the air vent.
Yeah, because I would
I knew it.
Oh,
That's
I
Barbara
would have
Crampton.
immediately panicked and been like, we gotta go. We gotta go. I think Brad's calling me. I need to go find Brad. Brad's probably needs my help. I gotta get out of here now.
I also felt like
Yeah.
Because she freaks out hard,
She
and that would
does.
have been me.
And her death is so dumb because she just lies there.
And that would
She
have been me
doesn't
also.
move. And I was like, yep, that's Jessica.
That
Wait,
would have
she's
been
the one
me.
who's panicking the most, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And nobody helps her. They all just watch her die.
Which is
No. And they
That
go,
is
you
like-
have to help her, but they don't.
She's arguably the most intelligent because you would be freaking the fuck out.
Right?
Yeah.
She's been in a bunch of other horrors.
Yes, she's in like Reanimator and
Yes.
This-
Oh, she's great in Reanimator.
God, I still haven't seen it. My friend
Oh,
made
it's
this movie
good.
called Beyond the Gates that she was in.
Reanimator is the most confusingly bad, awesome movie. Like it's back and forth, like double helixing between bad and genius. You have to watch
Whoa.
it. Yeah.
Also,
All right.
I love her outfit in this. She's got like a lace vest, like over, like a floral lace
yeah.
vest over like
Yeah.
a lace top. I was
Yeah.
into her outfit the whole time.
She's
Yeah.
very cool.
I think I'm the dork guy.
Ferdy.
Yeah. Ferdy, what a great name. Yeah, I think I'm him.
Yeah, the chemistry between Ferdy and Allison was not palpable.
No, it was not. It's pretty cool that
this is like a blind date that to me I was like, is this going well?
I thought it was going well. He gives her that sweet smile when it's
She
like,
does
hi,
that scream over the horror movie where she's not scared of the horror movie that they're watching. She's scared because a bomb like explodes in the horror movie.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh no. And I was like, that's not scary.
I also love that during that scene because they're all in the same space. And they're like showing people hooking up over here.
Store.
Yeah.
Okay,
And people over here. And then they move over 2 feet to where they're watching a movie, but you don't hear the movie when you're 2 feet away on
no,
people
because
hooking
you're
up.
really invested in your partner. This is a real fuck party at this furniture.
This is a fuck party. Okay, we could talk about this scene for 2 hours.
Yes, we could, for sure.
Why?
It made me horny for my old self, who would be like at a bar making out with somebody while my friend would be next to me. No, I would never do that now.
What do you think, like, the age ranges of these people? Are they past college?
No.
In college.
In college?
They're in college?
What do you
think?
In
my mind, they
Summer
were seniors.
between?
In high school?
Yeah. But, like, just in the movie, not in real life.
No, I know. I'm trying to figure out, like, what age range they fall into. Because I felt like maybe they were fresh out of college.
I guess... Oh, yeah, that's so sad,
Because Allison's new. She doesn't know anybody.
Right.
And she's working at the pizza place.
You're right, they are college.
Licorice Pizza.
What?
I don't get the name.
I love that opening where you're seeing the waitress trying to... Yeah.
At restaurant?
Yes.
The restaurant is called Restaurant. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did not.
And that bigger man is there ordering more butter.
Oh, and they fat shame him.
More butter, please.
Yeah, but then I do like that Allison and Susie immediately have like an inside joke that they repeat like 4 times.
I love that joke.
Which joke? Is this the orca whale line?
Hey, babe.
No,
it is babe, isn't it?
Yeah, and then after they say it, they always laugh.
Yeah.
Like hysterically.
I actually really like it because I think it's such a funny thing because people do say, hey, babe, and so they're like joking that that's your name. But then I looked it up because it felt so iconic. And apparently it's from another movie, but it came out the same year called My Chauffeur.
Oh.
What?
Because I was like, I love this line so much. So I don't know that either of them even stole from each other. It just happened to come out the same year.
Huh.
Hey, babe. It is babe, isn't it?
I did love like this kind of idea of like mall culture. Immediately I was like, I want to watch Mallrats now. 'Cause I felt like they're in the same universe. And I love the idea of like we all work at the mall and then after hours we throw parties in the furniture store.
Yeah.
Because it felt like, did you guys ever see Career Opportunities where it's like Jennifer Connelly and this guy, I forget the actor's name, but they're like locked in a Target after hours, and it's like was always my fantasy. Like, how fun would it be to be stuck in a store when it's closed?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So immediately, I'm like, I'm on board for the furniture party.
Okay, I'm on board with the furniture party. I think the close proximity of fucking is questionable.
The orgy at the furniture store,
That's
maybe
crazy.
not. Yeah, it's
Well,
so
I do
insane.
like that they say that we have beer, clean sheets, food, we have a party.
Yeah.
Clean sheets.
Right.
Don't
They
you like they
know
just
they're
throw that in
down
there?
to fuck in this furniture store. Also, in the window for the furniture store, there are some plastic dogs and then also ducks. And, like, the dogs I sort of get because, okay, if it's, like, home furnishing and people have dogs. But, like, how many of us have ducks in the home?
It's very Friends.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, they were appealing specifically to the cast
To
of
Chandler
Friends.
and Joey.
I had the same exact thought.
We have to talk about some of these great lines, like when someone is having sex, she yells, "You're the king!"
Yes.
Well,
You're the
it's
king.
the store is the Furniture King,
Right.
where it says where everyone's treated like royalty.
Right.
Yes. And then also she has that one line where she's like,
Crazy.
I don't allow that. And I think she's referring to cunnilingus.
Oh, and he's like, you allowed it last time.
Yeah. I don't allow that.
Which you know, a woman can say no whenever she wants to.
That's
Just
true.
because you did it
That's
once
very
does not
true.
mean that you have to do it again.
You are under no
But a
obligation.
woman can also trick you into going to get cigarettes by pulling the sheet down
and showing you a
exposing
titty.
her bosom.
A
That
plentiful
I
bosom.
love, and I love that he's just so classy. He's like, whoa, like
After you just
He already
had
had
sex with her.
he already had sex with her.
There is
Mano's
definitely
crying right
between
now.
that one and between Susie showing her tits, there's like a real power of the tits in this
With
movie.
Susie tits, I was thinking it's like almost the opposite of our shot in Scream. Because in Scream, she's like, would you settle for PG-13? And we're behind her, and he gets the shot of her boobs.
Oh yeah.
But in this one, it's like she's undressing for him, but she's facing us. We're
she's
getting
also
the
like
shot of her
humming
boobs.
her striptease song, but it's like not a sexy hum. It's like
Right.
an old lady hum.
Mhm.
That was very creepy.
It was
Yeah.
creepy.
It's like, what is she watching
Yes.
that she thinks is sexy?
I
don't
also
know.
love that the guy that comes in after Marty's killed looks like Spicoli in a lab coat and glasses. And
who I only learned Marty's name because that other guy keeps saying Marty.
Yes. And also,
Where's Marty? Where'd Marty
there
go?
was a cool misdirect where he's like, comes in reading, like his face is buried in that book. What is it called?
Oh, They Came from Outer
Yes,
Space.
They Came from Outer Space.
Oh,
And I was like, oh, when
yeah.
he looks up from the book, he's going to see the body. But then he doesn't. And it's like, oh, okay, these are murderous robots who are polite enough to clean up after themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're efficient.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? I guess they are to clean.
They're maids and murderers.
They're so weird.
They're
so weird. I love them though. God.
Oh,
I
and
love
he's
how-
about to kill him, and then he gets a phone call. And
Oh my God, the phone
robot
call's my
stops.
favorite because the phone call is him being like, hello? Well, you called me. No, Marty's not here. It's like, Marty is number one. And who is this guy? We never get his name, not Marty.
Spicoli.
I don't know. He's very.
But I love that the robots are behind him, and now they've come to life and they've already like got a taste for blood because they killed Marty. But they keep turning on and then turning off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like they're real like sneaky robots that don't want to get caught.
They're very sneaky.
I really liked them as characters. Like I was on their side for a good chunk of this movie. I thought they were adorable. I thought they were compelling.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that they at first had a gripe with stimulating reading materials because at first with Marty, it's like he's looking at porn, and then it's They Came from Outer Space. But then that goes away.
Yes.
Well, yes, because Michael Brennan is only there to get cigarettes.
And the janitor is just cleaning the floor.
The janitor part is so funny because the robot is picking a fight with him.
Right.
He like runs because they're also like weirdly clumsy.
The janitor is also cleaning the floor with like shit water.
Yes.
Like
Well, they spilled
dookie
something.
water.
Clean water. Yeah.
Yeah, something I
They
couldn't
spill the
see.
like bucket of dirty water.
Yeah.
Something has happened. Like it almost looked like there was paint or something on the ground that he's cleaning.
Yes.
And then the robot bumps into it and knocks it down, almost like the robot is like the janitors before him taunting this one janitor.
He can't
Yeah.
catch a break.
No. and then the robot shoots something at him to tase him but misses.
Mm-hmm.
And the janitor's kind of like, "Oh, you piece of shit," or whatever. But the robot's like, my plan wasn't to tase you. My plan was to electrocute you
Yeah.
Right.
in the mop water.
And those effects, every time you see somebody getting electrocuted, those are just great. They look like
So
the lightning
good.
outside. Just
What
like,
a great
what?
plan.
Yeah.
It makes the Home Alone like effects look high budget.
Yeah.
How come no one tries to just throw a bunch of water on
I
the
thought about that
robots?
too.
You know?
Wouldn't you malfunction? Just throw water.
Just a bunch
Pour
of water.
Yeah.
It's
Oh my
so
God, this is
easy.
why I'm a Susie. I never thought of that.
Really?
Not once.
I
thought hide till morning. That was my plan.
hide is
Hiding
good.
actually does turn out to be
Because
pretty
they
simple.
hid in the furniture, or not furniture, they hid in the department store for a long time.
Mhm.
And she successfully hides in the pet store.
Yes. Oh, the pet store. Okay,
Right, they don't
so
kill
she-
animals, which I respect. That's
Yeah,
Well-
that's nice.
I did think when she runs into the pet store, I was like, great, you're going to endanger animal lives.
yeah.
What a bitch. But then she runs into the pet store, she hides. The robots are very clumsy, so it knocks over the tanks with the spiders and snakes.
Right.
And they crawl over her, and
Yeah.
she's fine. And then when she's leaving, a bird or something flies by, and that's when she screams.
Oh, I missed that.
She hates birds.
Like, what the fuck,
She
lady?
hates birds.
Yeah.
I
that's
get
what
it.
scares you?
You know what? Okay, I think birds are out of those, I think birds scare me the most.
More
What?
than snakes or spiders?
I think so.
But they only
Oh.
have 2 legs. Spiders have 8 legs.
Spiders have 8 legs.
That's
That's
just math.
true.
It's
I hate
scarier. More legs, more
roaches.
scary.
Mm-hmm.
But I hate roaches more than spiders.
Me
I
too.
think.
Oof,
Roaches I
no,
hate.
I don't like things that can bite me.
Oh, I just
I
don't like
guess
the way
spiders
roaches.
do bite, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But people have spiders as pets. That's why they're in the pet store.
That's true. But birds are
they're
so
not really pets.
wily.
birds.
Birds are
But
crazy.
they're sweet.
And they carry disease.
That's
you know what I
true.
mean? Like I hate birds.
That's true.
They you don't know what they want.
Are you kidding me? We know what they want. Bread. They just want bread.
They could poke you, or they can get like nippy. I don't know. They freak me out.
We
Or
gotta
like,
watch the birds.
nothing startles me like when a bird flies too, like a pigeon flies too close to you. and
I'm
you're
delighted
like,
when they fly close. Not if they're like coming towards my
Really?
head.
I do feel like
Yeah.
there's nothing scarier than walking through a web and having that feeling of a web on you.
I hate
Okay,
that
I
feeling.
agree. I hate that.
Yeah,
And you're
that's
like, is the
awful.
spider attached? Is it
Oh.
somewhere on me?
Can I tell you about a
Yeah.
bad spider I saw recently?
Please.
This one actually did scare me, like turned my hair white. I got so scared. Like I was like, like I saw this spider in my kitchen, and it was like dangling from a string, and it was like so thin and sinewy. It was almost like hard to see, but it was sizable, but like sinewy in a way that was hard to see. But it wasn't like a daddy long leg or something like that. It had like a blonde rosish color, albino color to it, and it was horrifying. Like because it like had this like kind of like peachy light color that was otherworldly. So you know
It
what?
was a magic spider.
I hate spiders.
Yeah, I'm from Texas. We have real scary spiders.
Okay.
And I remember being a kid, and there was like we saw this big spider, and my stepmom at the time, no longer my stepmom.
Okay.
She was like, it's just a Halloween prop. And she blew on it, and it took off running, and I was like, ah! It was like,
That's disgusting.
Not a
it was
Halloween
awful.
prop.
It was like, it looked fake. It was so scary.
Yeah.
And that was just normal Texas life.
Oh,
Guys,
okay.
I fled.
Okay.
I fled to California for a reason.
Oh, I had
Yeah.
in Miami where I would wear sandals all the time because I'm from
No.
Miami.
No.
No, not a spider at least, but still it stays with me forever. A roach just like ran over my flip-flopped foot, my bare foot.
I don't have roach
And-
problems.
Oh.
I mean, like,
And
roaches
one
don't
time in
bother
LA,
me.
a roach fell out of a tree and landed on my shoulder.
Okay,
Now
that's
And I
disgusting.
that just sounds like an adorable sidekick.
No, it was awful. I screamed and the whole block turned and stared at me.
Yeah,
Like,
doesn't
are you
like
okay?
Mulan have a roach sidekick? I hate
Oh,
that.
I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, or is it a
Ugh.
cricket?
Is it cricket?
Did you not like Joe's apartment then?
Hated it.
Did you know? Did you?
Hated
What?
it. It's
What?
that movie with Jerry O'Connell, and he's like friends with a bunch of roaches.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Hate
no,
it.
no.
Hate roaches.
It's an MTV thing.
I
They're
did
so
date someone
crunchy.
once who I had a horrible roach infestation in my apartment, and he came over and like caught them and set them free outside, and I still think that's like one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
Those roaches were just like, okay, who's got the directions? How do we get back?
Right?
Yeah,
That's what I'm
true.
worried about.
Someone
Yeah,
pulled out his
that's true.
GPS. But I feel like I don't really have a problem with roaches unless it's like broke down palace style where like one gets stuck in your ear or something. But like just in general, they don't really freak me out.
Mano and I just made the same exact
Yeah.
face.
Oh,
Did you guys
that's
not see Broke Down
disgusting.
Palace?
I almost
No.
forgot that part. I have seen it, but I forgot
That's
that
a
part.
rough one. It's like they're wrongly imprisoned forever, and the worst part of the movie is a roach.
I can't feel bad about roaches dying.
Yeah.
They're so otherworldly. Like I feel like other animals, I can see a face and stuff, but like when you see a roach, Jesus
I
Christ!
have such a hard time killing anything, which was why the roach infestation happened, because I would see one and be like, you better be gone when I get back here.
You tell your
Really?
friends
yeah,
that
Oh.
I said.
I have a
Exactly.
taste for blood when I see a bug. I'm bad.
I'm like, as I'm murdering it, as I'm killing it, I'm like, I'm sorry, and then I smash it. I feel
Yeah.
so
Oh
bad.
yeah, see, I feel bad too, but I'll say something like, "It's just because you were on my property. I just didn't want you inside." Because my husband will take spiders and release them outside, and I'm really scared of spiders. So when he comes home, there'll just be like a cup with like a book on top, and I'm like, "It's in the bathroom."
Anytime I see a bug, what little bit of masculinity is in my body drains out, and I queen the fuck out, and I am just immediately disarmed, scared, like, and shrieking on top of a chair. I hate them.
Spiders, I just leave at our
Yeah.
home. Like, if there's a
Oh,
spider in the corner,
God.
I just leave it alone. In the bathroom, leave it alone.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
no. Please leave my house.
Murder.
I don't. Well, I had a horrible thing when I was a kid where I woke up and my eye was swelled shut, and I
Ew.
had been bitten by a venomous spider in my sleep.
Oh.
And my mother still sent me to school that day.
Oh.
Mom.
Even though my eye would not open. But so
Oh.
that like just
Mom.
scarred me forever where I was like, they can get, it's like Santa Claus. They see me when I'm awake and they know when I'm asleep. They can get me at any
Delightful.
time.
Oh.
Hate.
But they
And they're
also eat
everywhere. They're
bugs.
like, they're in the air when you get like like in space and stuff, and I'm not a scientist, but they're also like on planes, and you can't escape a spider. I'm sure there's water spiders.
Yeah.
I really don't like
them. Nasty. Oh, they're bad.
Oh, fleas are bad.
I used to live near a cat lady, and she gave me a flea problem.
Oh, no.
Fucked up.
I have dogs, so
awful.
that's a big phobia. I don't want a flea problem.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I give them oral stuff, and that helps.
It's a
weird,
continuing
Give them
cycle. If you
oral.
ever get them, you have to like continue to kill them for months and months and months.
That's anytime I find one flea on my dog, it's like instantly a bath, vacuum, washing everything I own.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
I
what we have to
become
do.
a psychotic person.
That's what we have to do.
When is it? I'm trying to remember if it's
in the movie.
Gum Chewer. Yeah.
Yes.
Who
Oh,
the
Michael
phone
Brennan?
rings.
I
and
worked
he
so hard
picks
to learn
it
his
up.
names.
I think it's right before he dies.
Yes.
Oh, yes, he picks up the payphone.
Right. First of all, there's the whole thing about how you're not supposed to be in the mall, and this is a secret.
Right.
And then the phone rings, and he picks it up.
Well,
Yeah.
Why?
that I wasn't questioning because I was like, before cell phones, it was a different time.
But why is he answering it?
But I mean, I would think that maybe it's somebody he knows.
Yeah.
Because there's no way to get a hold of people.
But
back
everybody
I
then.
that
thought it
knows
was
he's in the
strange.
mall is with him.
I think answering a payphone's strange personally
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
I would
That's-
have answered.
You would? I mean, I could see with morbid curiosity, just being like, what
Well,
is
because
Right.
maybe
happening?
Could've
someone's
been a
trying to
choice
get
in
a
his
hold of
performance.
me.
Yeah.
Why do
Well,
they
'cause I
even
also
have that scene
remember-
in there?
I remember back, like, at
I
a
don't
time
know.
where you would say, like, call me at this payphone.
Right.
I remember having to do that as a kid.
But he was out there for cigarettes. He's not out there for a call.
No, but maybe he's done that before and said, like, if you need to get
Jessica's
a hold
very
of me, I'm at this
forgiving.
payphone. Well, look, guys, we didn't all have cell phones forever.
Yeah.
No, me too. But I remember just always being like, I'm going to call home.
Right.
I remember bugging people at the theater for like a quarter or to use their phone.
Yeah.
Because I would want to spend every little bit of my allowance money on food and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I can bug an adult and trick
Yeah.
them into letting me use their phone.
I remember
I
doing
would
that
call
too.
collect.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
I remember in middle school we got a payphone, and it was really exciting because I would just go call my mom collect, and she'd be like, go to school. Like, why are you calling me from school?
Yeah.
But I was like, we have things to talk about. It was exciting all of a sudden to have, like, a phone. And then when cell phones came out, I was like, this is crazy. I can talk. Because I remember at a time when you could forward your house calls to your cell phone.
Right.
And so someone would call your house, but I'd be like, this is crazy. I'm at a department store, and you
Yeah.
think you're calling me at home.
You think.
You dumb idiot.
You
I like-
dumb fucking fool.
I remember this, like, quick. It was like all of a sudden nobody had cell phones, and then it was like a few years later, that's all we have.
It makes
Oh,
it
yeah.
harder to make a good horror with everybody
It's
having
impossible.
cell phones. Yeah.
With phone, like, because phones change everything. That's why
Unless
everyone-
the phone is how you die. Like
Right.
that,
Like
maybe.
in Scream.
Or the one with
phone booth? I haven't. Which I
No,
haven't seen.
there's one with Shauna Saucerman.
Oh, Shannon Saucerman.
What's her name?
Oh.
I like her.
I think that's the one. It's like one missed call is what it's called, and it's where when you answer the phone, you die.
Oh.
It's like a ghost
Oh.
phone. It's a ghost
Oh,
call.
Ghost call. It's like it's all like
Sure.
the Ring rules, you know,
Yes,
a little
it-
bit.
it came out right after The Ring.
Cool.
The Ring was a scary one,
Whew.
and a phone call can't save you in The Ring. So.
The Ring really scared the shit out of me because I watch TV a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it was like, shit, something can get to me through a TV. That is appealing to me.
They do a really good job waiting to hit you in the face with girl coming out of the screen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you
Yeah.
think the movie's like over. And then girl comes out of the screen.
it's
But I did
so
have a
creepy.
question of like, if you are not near a TV, does she come out of somebody else's TV and have to walk towards you?
Good question.
To find you?
That was a good question.
Great question. I
Which
don't-
would be much scarier now if you have like an Apple Watch. She could come out of your wrist.
Oh. Ooh.
Screens get smaller. She stays the same size.
Sick.
There's that one shot of the robot pinching its pincers, and it looked like E.T.
It's so adorable. I love
Yes.
these robots. I also love how they're like out pretty early on. So it kills a couple first. It kills
Yes.
Michael Brennan and his girlfriend Leslie.
Okay, yes.
She gets her head blown off.
She gets her head blown up. And this was the girl who was running naked in the mall?
Well, she had underwear.
She had underwear.
She had underwear, and she
Poor
had
thing.
like, I feel like someone else's work shirt tied, all sexy.
His probably.
Yes, she was hot.
She was hot. It's
And
just during
she
those
went to
moments
find
where
him.
you're like, why did we have to make this actress run naked?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, remember in that previous scene when she's making out with her boyfriend, like in front of her dad? And they're just like slobbering on each
well,
other's
they don't
faces.
make it. They say something where he's like, "I'm gonna give it to her" or something, and then the dad's like, "What are you gonna give to her?"
But then don't they make out as soon as? Oh,
I don't remember them making out in front of him. The
Maybe
dad
you're
was
right,
really
you're
creepy. For a second, I was like, "Is he gonna do something?"
Anything you say about this movie, I'll buy.
She tells a really unconvincing lie. She goes, "He's just saying that he can't wait to take me to Susie's house for her birthday party." and then she just leans on his shoulder and gives him a big smile.
Which, like, to be fair to the dad, that boyfriend is trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. 100%.
Oh, yeah, he's bad news. He really triggers my, like, the Zach Morris part of my brain. You know? Just like that, like, just classic,
Toxic
cute,
masculinity.
classic little cute
you
white
love
preppy
him.
boy. Yeah, I have a
He's your
real
man.
Stockholm syndrome when it comes to, like, a classic white boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just being like, just that kind of man that always felt like so far away as a weird little chubby queer kid.
But not like the Prince Eric looking guy?
Which one is that? Is that
The
Greg?
car guy.
Oh, that would be Rick.
Okay. I like Rick.
Yeah,
to
I
look
gotta
at.
pick the dumber hot jock. I have to know.
Yeah.
Also, he's more disposable in the horror film, where I'm like, because he's gonna die.
So you can just like have your way with him and then
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
And
like
not get
the
attached.
setup is like that these 4 couples are having this furniture party.
Yes.
But
Furniture party.
6 of the 8 people
As
there
you do.
work at the mall. But then we have to bring in 2 people that don't work at the mall.
Yeah, why?
And like we get a
I
little
don't
bit of their
know.
backstory, which is like Rick and Linda, who have like a car business.
Maybe.
Yeah.
A car fixing business, which she's better at fixing cars than he is.
Yes,
Yeah.
she fixes the car at the beginning of the film.
But they're coming and they're bringing food to the party.
Okay.
And like they just throw out a bunch of lines like early out, like how they've just gotten married, they sunk all their wedding money into this car business.
Mhm.
There's like a lot going on that we don't really get into.
No, it never comes back.
That actress is goddamn awful. The lady who plays like the car mechanic, right? Like
Linda.
Yes.
But also
It-
very easy on the eyes.
Easy on the eyes, but it feels like she's always reading her lines off like one of those old high school projectors.
Yeah.
Remember that like thing where your teacher would put the clear piece of paper onto a projector?
That's funny that your issue is with Linda because I feel like our final girl never feels scared.
Uh-huh.
There's like a moment where something jumps out
Well,
and she's like,
You know what? Her dad was a Marine, so
Okay.
what are you gonna do?
nothing
She's
scares
not.
me.
Yeah, nothing's more scary than growing up with a dad who's a Marine, I guess.
I did weirdly appreciate that our final girl wasn't the archetypical type of final girl.
Yeah.
Is that worth any points or no?
Yeah. Just, it could have been cool if she also could act.
Well, she's archetype in the sense that she's the virgin of the group because she's
Yeah.
not the one having sex in the beginning.
Uh-huh.
And the male virgin survives too.
Yes.
Wait, is
Both virgins.
anyone good in this film? Or is kind of
What do you mean?
everyone's
Like,
terrible,
Are you asking acting wise?
acting wise?
Oh, I really like Susie.
Okay, Susie, I buy. Susie, I buy.
I bought Susie when she was like, "You have to come to this party. I wouldn't set you up with."
Yeah,
yeah.
She says some really funny
I
lines.
like
I
her.
buy Susie.
I buy Susie, and then I actually thought,
And I bought her freak out too. I thought like her freaking out in
Yeah.
the event. I was like, yeah, why? It's they're trapped in an event. It's really
hot.
hot.
Oh,
And they've just seen their friend get murdered.
yeah.
Mhm.
Why is everyone else so calm?
The guy
Agree.
who is with her, I think.
Which one?
The normal guy.
Greg?
Yeah.
with Susie?
Normal
The one
guy.
who doesn't chew gum or have glasses. The other
Or
guy.
as a mechanic?
Yeah, that one's the
Uh-huh.
brunette. So
That would
of
be
the
great.
blondies. Yeah. I thought he had moments. There's one scene where you can tell he's really acting his heart out. And I'm
I
like,
thought
oh,
he was
you're in a
good,
different
too.
movie.
And I really appreciated that his girlfriend is murdered in front of him. Nobody helps her. Fuck
Yeah.
these bitches. They just watch her get set on fire.
That's true, but what are you supposed to do? She's just like lying there.
We're talking about
Help
Susie.
her. Yes.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
watch. They don't try to help her in any way.
Wait, and I think the film is trying to say she deserved to die because she panicked, but she was just reacting appropriately
Yeah.
to crazy
Exactly.
shit happening.
That's
Yes.
true.
But that's what the film is insinuating. Like, if you panic, you deserve to die, or like like these
Right.
classic horror tropes.
But
Yeah.
so these 2 other women watch her get burned alive. And Greg comes on this scene and sees that they're not helping. And then he's like really mad for the rest of the movie because his girlfriend's been murdered. And everyone's like, like, calm down, Greg. Like, why are you so bent out of shape? And they're like, he's going to get us all killed. And it's like, Greg deserves to be angry.
Yeah.
His girlfriend is dead.
How does he die again?
Oh, he gets, he's going up the escalator.
Oh, yeah. Guys, it's fine. The coast is clear.
Oh, my God.
And it's not clear.
And
he gets thrown off of 3 stories.
You can see the robot in the background when he's saying the coast is clear.
Yeah.
It's not clear.
Yeah, in my brain, I was like, he just wants to be with Susie.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what happens to Rick. Rick desperately wants to be with Linda when she dies, because then he sacrifices himself.
But he does something that makes it seem like he's actually coming after the robot, whether it's like holding a weapon high or he's doing something that's like, or maybe he goes, damn you, so you think he's going for vengeance, but he just like goes straight into just death.
Right.
It's like, that was pointless.
Yeah, and then this is, can we talk about how excellent the robot's lasers looked when they're shooting and attacking?
Can we also talk about their accuracy, how sometimes it was enough to explode a head and sometimes it was like 30,000 lasers and it didn't hit anybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
And why were they equipped with lasers?
Yes. What does that do?
That I don't know. What was the plan with these robots?
I don't know.
I don't know. One other thing I think is fascinating is like, because like they credit the person who created the robots. Can you imagine how much of a pain in the ass that guy was on set? You know what I mean? With like what you can and can't do with the robots, how you can touch it, all this stuff.
So fun.
So after the first couple people get killed and they are running into the back and they kind of lock themselves in, somebody immediately is like, we have to like get out of here. They're coming up with a plan. And I was like, wait, is she saying the robots are coming up with a plan?
Yeah.
And then it cuts to the robots coming up with a plan. And that was amazing because then the robot, one of them is like, you stay here. I'm going to go to the other exit, is what the robot says.
Yeah.
Which is smart.
Tricksy robots.
Because one of them is going to break in and the other one's going to cover the back door.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't. I had a hard time also believing like there wasn't another way out of this damn mall.
Well, the parking garage.
Right.
That's their way out because now that we have security doors, and by the way, security doors is like a generous term for, what is it, like solid steel closes?
Yeah.
There is no exit
Yeah.
at like 9 p.m.
Right.
And they say that the only way out is to take the vents to the parking garage, which that plan is then immediately never brought up again.
Yes.
Because there's no security in the parking garage.
Right.
I don't know why we don't try to go back there.
Also, there are a bunch of times where the robots just stop chasing them, where they're like running, but then they have time to like open bottles of or cans of paint, or it's just like
okay. So when the girls go up, the girls get in the vent because they're going to go to the parking garage, and the guys don't make it in time because the robots come in. But then the guys just run out of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the exactly?
Why did they ditch the girls in the hot vent?
And then they also do that thing where they try to psych them out with the mannequins.
Right.
So why don't you just like place the mannequins around? Like they're standing there with the mannequins. Like they could get shot too. If the point is that they can't tell the difference between mannequins and people, then just put the mannequins there and you go hide.
And also they say pretty early on that the robots are going to be patrolling the mall, not the stores. And then they just break into these stores, these robots, which I didn't.
Well, the robots
I mean, just from like a professional standpoint, I didn't like it.
And they, so they're able to plan, they're able to plot. Did they also cut the phone line?
Yeah.
Isn't that happened at some point? What?
Yes.
Why? Why did they cut the phone? They're vicious. Yeah, that's crazy. Like that has nothing to do with the security of the piece as a whole.
So what do you think are the robots' motivation? What do they want?
I think they want to keep the mall safe, and these people shouldn't be in the mall.
But the janitor's just keeping them all clean.
Okay, so
safe.
I think they went crazy. You think they're doing their job. I think they've gone like crazy.
Yeah.
I think they're doing their job to the 10th power.
Got it.
Like they're not supposed to be this aggressive, and now, the lightning has charged them up, and it's made them very hyper sensitive about their job.
They had too much coffee, and they're sending too many robot emails. But in this world, that's murder.
I do like this. The setup is like there's 3 robots because there's 3 floors of the mall. So one is going to be on each floor. And then they do like end up teaming up in certain points where there's 2 robots that are like together. Yeah. And then one of them's like, you go over there.
Yeah. I know. What happens if they, I don't know, if they got into like a pool store and got into like a hot tub and does the
that
robot
seems like a lot of work to
die?
like climb into a hot tub.
I've debated this a lot with Betsy.
But there could be a fountain in the mall.
That's a good idea.
Oh my God, fountains so easy.
Because there's always fountains in malls.
There's always fountains in malls.
So what was your debate with Betsy?
Okay, what is the filmmaker trying to say? Like, is this an anti-technology statement?
Is it?
Or
I think this is an anti-loitering statement.
Oh, I like that.
That
I
it
do
doesn't
too.
matter if you have ID. If you're not supposed to be there, get the fuck out.
But what about the janitor?
You know what? The janitor, they say okay. You know what? Those two guys before, they said something like, you better get out of here before you get locked in here again.
That's true.
So that janitor is not good at his job if he keeps getting locked in the mall.
Maybe it's a comment on extremes. Like loitering is the lazy end, and then the janitor's like work obsessed.
You know what I think it is? It's
don't
not
be a workaholic, and also don't be a slacker.
I would even go further and say it's not being good at your job. Because if the janitor has been locked in there a couple times, that means he's not finishing on time.
Good
and
point.
these people should have left and not had a fuck party at the furniture store.
Okay.
Yeah. Jessica's face right now is really making me
I
happy.
love
She
it.
looks so angry
You're
at
arguing
them.
that no
I
one
am on the side of the robots and Susie. I like Susie.
No one
but
that
otherwise.
dies. Would you dare say is no one that dies is innocent?
I guess
then.
the only innocent, quote unquote, would be Marty and not Marty, because they
Well,
are
Marty's
in their
about to
places doing their job.
Jerk off, so he's not doing his job. He's looking
That's
at porn.
true. And the other one is
Is
reading,
reading.
and
Yep.
he stole Marty's donuts.
Yeah.
So maybe my theory holds up,
I
and
think it
the
does.
robots are the good guys.
Yeah.
You're-
All right.
you're-
A plus.
Okay,
movie gets an A
So
plus.
let's relook at this movie from the side of the robots. They're just trying to do. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I like that it follows a lot of horror movie rules too. Like if you have sex, you die. If you say you're going to be right back, you die.
If you say the coast is clear, you die.
Yeah.
Why
yeah.
does she say that they should separate? She says
Oh
says
my God,
we're better
she-
off sticking together, and then she says a lot of good it did Susie, and it's like,
Oh,
well,
Greg
to be
says
fair,
that. Greg says a lot of good it did.
Right,
Because
'cause
Greg
she's-
is still like humph.
right, he's
Lot
right,
of good.
saying like, and then she said, it's a lot of good it did Susie for them to stay together. I thought she says.
Well, no, Allison doesn't say that. Greg says a lot of good it did Susie.
No, I thought because Allison wants to separate.
Allison wants to separate all
He's
the
saying
time.
we're better off sticking together. And then doesn't she say a lot of good it did Susie because they were sticking together? But
I
Susie
I
hope-
still
feel
got
like
killed.
somebody else says it, and then Greg says.
I hope this.
And then I'm just saying, well, to be fair, Susie was just lying on the floor screaming. So it's not about whether or not you stuck together. That's all.
Jessica and Avital never spoke again. This was the debate that tore their
It was
friendship
Susie.
apart.
Not
Guys,
Susie.
I will defend Susie till I die.
Yeah, I
I don't know why she wants to. Why Allison is so key on separation.
Yeah.
throughout.
Yeah.
It comes out of nowhere. It's just for the plot, and there's no
It's
reason for
totally for the plot.
it. Yeah, the very solid plot.
But I also think like Allison is the one who wants to stay in the vents and get out.
Mhm.
And then when they get down, like just go, Allison. Why are you joining them and getting down?
Right? Can't you get out and call 911 or
Yeah.
flag someone?
But she goes down with them, and I do like the mirroring of in the boy group. Rick is like, we gotta get weapons, and in the girl group, his wife Linda is like, we gotta get weapons,
Yeah.
and it's like, this is why they're married.
They're meant
That's
to be
pretty
together.
adorable.
Yeah.
Look how quickly they think of big old guns.
Yeah. Cars and guns, baby.
Cars and guns.
They're the
Yeah.
all-American pair.
I'm
Very
from
American.
Texas, and I don't remember them all selling guns like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, you can
like
push
heavy
the
guns.
robot on its side. It has a very forward, backward rolling mechanism.
That's
Well, the one
true.
robot who
Bullshit.
gets hurt at first, he comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
think they got him, but they didn't. They're harder to kill than you think.
Yeah.
It's a little
They're
fun.
But
wild.
I
Really?
guess I just come from I'm a post-Wall-E generation. I feel like robots are adorable.
So you think this is a pro-technology movie?
Yes.
And maybe the robots are
Interesting.
the heroes of the
I
film.
think this is anti-loitering.
And so the bad guys win when you think about it.
I think this is
yes.
a film.
From that point of view, yes.
Yeah, about
Fuck
the
these kids.
cautions of a fuck party.
Yeah.
I think all of this could have been
Anti-orgy.
avoided if you didn't have a weird fuck party where everyone's fucking feet away from each other.
crazy.
Yeah.
You did that?
No, well, what it really made me think about was, did you never do? Okay, so I would be like 17, going to like clubs with a fake ID.
Okay.
And my best friend and I would get drunk, and I'd be like making out with someone, and she'd be making out with someone, and that was like a successful night out. And in
Yeah,
hindsight,
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
that's so
yeah.
creepy.
But
Why
in
are
the
we
same
just
room?
Yeah, like on the
Yeah.
dance floor.
Okay, I can
I
see
just like
that.
don't make out
Okay,
in
make
public
out, I can
anymore.
see.
Yeah, never
But
like
fucking
nudity.
on beds next to each other is funny to
No.
me.
I guess that does kind of what am I trying to say? That goes to the side of their age of maybe they are living at home if they have to have sex in the furniture store.
Right.
Or
Okay,
they're in a dorm or something.
See, that's weird, right? Because you would just be like, no, let's
come to my place. We'll have a party at my place.
Right. That's
Right,
maybe
there's 7 or 8 people. Like there's 8 people. You can.
Yeah, there's 8 people.
Yeah.
You can have. You don't need a whole mall for 8 people.
No, you don't. Do you guys? Did you guys have fun watching this movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's okay if you
I
didn't.
love the robots.
I mean, it's one of those rare gems to me where it's like it's bad, but it's consistently entertaining in a bad way.
I found myself weirdly like happy and excited when what's his name? The nerdy one. I just keep thinking
Ferdy.
when Ferdy comes back and they can be reunited.
That relationship is not going to work out.
I think it is.
She abandoned him.
That's true. She thought he was dead, but
she keeps trying to separate.
I know. I didn't like
whatever that Susie died. Whatever, okay? But Susie was trying to get back to Greg, right? That's true love.
Yeah.
What's her name? Allison is like nonstop trying to ditch Ferdy every chance she can get.
Yeah, she's like, let's split up, but then she screams for him.
Ugh, only when she needs help.
Exactly. It's like, I don't want to be there with you, but you better be there for me when I need something.
I'm not into the final girl.
No.
I wasn't on her side.
Yeah, I always liked her, but you're making me rethink this.
I don't think that she really liked Ferdy. I think she's just new. She doesn't know a lot of people. And it's, like, beneficial for her to date this guy for a minute.
Whoa.
Interesting.
That's fascinating. Like, because, wow, I need to rewatch this magnum opus and watch it through that new lens. All 77
Is there a
minutes
director's
of
commentary that we can watch?
Okay, so there's a Blu-ray that Betsy bought of Chopping Mall. We haven't watched it yet, but there is some sort of commentary and I think an extended cut.
Oh, you have to report back.
Yes, we'll report back. We'll let you know what's in it than the original Killbots
You
film.
could even make a little like selfie video and we can post it with this. Like
That'd be amazing.
PS. That would be
Yes.
great.
Yeah, I want to know the extra 15 minutes. Who is in it?
Yeah.
Right?
Is it the robots? Is it more robots riding escalators?
Yeah, right.
Oh,
I know
cute.
why did they cut it? Did they? Because I guess they re-released it to have more success on video, and apparently this happened all the time with old horror movies where they would re-release it with a new name to I don't know.
Well,
get
that's like that
some
Tom
new
Cruise,
traction.
Emily Blunt movie that was
Right.
Live, Die, Repeat on video, but was
The Edge of Tomorrow.
yes.
Oh. Was it because
Yeah.
people then accidentally watched it twice?
No, it didn't do well in theaters.
It didn't do well in
Oh.
It
theaters.
didn't make a
Just
lot
gave
of money,
it-
so then when they released it on video, Live, Die, Repeat, which was the tagline, was bigger than the title on the video thing, so it makes it look like that's the title, which is what I call it now, because I've forgotten the
Live,
other
Die,
forgettable.
Repeat, The Edge of Tomorrow. Because there was argument that just the title, The Edge of Tomorrow, is like a slew of forgettable words that
Yeah.
doesn't stick in your
Right.
mind.
And
That
it
makes
reminds
sense.
me of like Sky Captain and the
World of Tomorrow.
which is a bad movie.
Can I just say about Ferdy? Okay, I agree with you about our final girl, but to Ferdy's credit, he's this like sort of nebbish guy who's really just trying to be respectful of his uncle. Maybe I'm him. I know you said you are too.
Yeah.
He's just trying to be respectful. He's trying to do the right thing, but he doesn't want to let his friends down, and he's peer pressured. And then he actually really likes this girl, and then he mans up and he's brave. And when the girl needs him, he comes running and he saves the day and he takes a bullet for her, and then he still like runs over to be with her again at the end. So he is a good guy, even if they're mismatched, I think.
Yes, I'm on his
Team
side.
Ferdy.
I'm not on Allison's side.
Yeah.
He could do better.
This movie's a masterpiece. This movie is just getting the conversation going. We're talking about gender, misogyny, complicated politics. I love it. I want everyone
Thank
to
you for
watch
choosing
Chopping
it.
Mall. I really do love it, and it makes me laugh, and I discover some stupid new line every time I watch it, like when they call that bigger gentleman an orca whale, which I don't think is a thing.
No.
Oh, no, they call him an orca beach.
They call him an orca beach?
They call him an orca beach, which is a mixture of two words.
So it's like you're like a whale who was beached. You're so fat you can't get back into the water.
I guess so.
A beached orca.
Orca beach. Also, did
I
you
kind of
notice?
like Orca Beach though because it's like a play on bitch.
Orca
Okay.
beach. Okay, you also have to notice that the food.
Is there swearing in this movie?
I think so.
I don't remember.
There's definitely nudity.
There's
So,
nudity.
I was like, is beach kind of supposed to be bitch? Keep going. Keep going.
You have to notice if you go back and watch it. The restaurant scene that
Ugh.
is disgusting, and the food they're serving is like pizza
With corn
and
on it.
corn.
Oh my
yes.
God.
It's like corn, like just
Corn
canned
pizza.
corn on the side.
Which I thought was when the pizza falls, she drops it's Allison, right? She's bad at her job because she's new. She deserves to die. She drops a plate of pizza because it's too hot or something, and then like all this corn is on the ground next to it, and I was like, wow, this is very progressive. Are they making like a taco pizza? Because that's very popular out here now.
Yeah.
This is like it's like pre-Tokyo pizza. Like if somehow they predicted the trend of putting corn on pizza, which is big in Japan. But I'm sure it was an accident of just like
what do we have? What do we have that we can put on this tray?
A PA got cans and then a bad Domino's pizza, and we're like, this is our food. Also, there has to be a cut where the nasty chef gets killed.
Yeah,
because he's a disgusting slob.
Right. But he went home on time.
How do they have the money to use this whole mall? Like, yes.
I learned something. They basically it's somewhere in...
It's the Sherman Oaks Galleria.
Yes.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got to use it at night, apparently. So, like, everything was shot between, like, midnight and 6 a.m. or something like that.
And then they're smashing windows and stuff.
Oh, my God. I love at the end when they're going to so we're down to Allison, and she has to go into this paint store. I think it's a paint store where she runs through a window.
Yep.
Like,
she puts her arm up.
Yeah, and then she like clumsily like runs through a window, all haphazard, and then they show the robot who comes after her, and then the robot almost does a similar like hesitation before running through it to get hurt. I love these robots. I'm so on their side.
They're great.
I just am like, having that mall to shoot in is such a dream. And even if they're getting like a good rate to shoot at night, like that, it looked like an expensive movie because they're smashing stuff and then having to replace it. And
they smash a lot of glass.
Yeah.
It must be the sugar glass, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it breaks so easily.
Yeah.
But how do they like build those in the mall? Like a storefront in front of a storefront?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Does it look like they could have put it up there?
I guess they would have.
Look, guys, this is a masterpiece, and
watch
a lot
it for yourself.
Of love went into this film.
It did. Who are you? Tell us which character you are.
Yeah.
DM us.
I do like, okay, so when we have like a lull in the film where they've gone back to the pizza store to recuperate. And this is like to show you a we're all suing each other era because Linda is like, we're going to be in hock to this mall for 85 years.
Funny. If we make it through the night.
Yeah, that we're going to owe them, she says, $2,094,431.
I'm glad she got that last dollar.
Yeah.
Really
or tune-ups. That's how many tune-ups it's going to be or something.
Tune-ups.
But the idea that, like, there was a time when you would think, we're not going to be rich because we're going to sue the robot manufacturer or something. She's like, they're going to be so mad at us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. You guys could get so much money instead of owing money.
It made her kind of endearing to me that she was like, we're going to be in so much trouble.
Yeah. It's adorable. I want to see a whole world of this film. I want to like see like a Jurassic Park, like, or just an opening up of the world. Yeah. Where else are these robots?
Yeah, like robots take Manhattan or something.
Yeah, even maybe Chucky style. Like we get to see like who is behind these robots and why are they so easily programmed to be evil?
It goes all the way to the top. It's a government conspiracy.
Yes. Why do they have so many abilities to kill if they're just supposed to stun?
Yeah, that's the real question.
I love their little pinchers.
They're very cute.
Pretty great. Crabs. They're pretty great.
And I did think it was foreshadowing in the movie that Ferdy and Allison are watching that those are like, there's like crab claws.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
They're really, they had
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
This is a film masterpiece.
The score we haven't talked about even, which is so great. I love
it's
the
very
score.
video game-ish.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's just like perfect for a mall.
All the da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
I love all that stuff.
That was great.
Makes me so happy.
And I love the end credits. It's very Scream.
Oh, yeah.
I love having like the pictures from the movie when we credit the people at the end.
Oh, yes. Where it almost feels like a sitcom at the end.
Yeah. I just really want to know, you brought this up already, Mano, but like, what were they trying to say? Maybe it's be good at your job.
Oh.
Maybe it's...
I do want to talk about one more thing.
Please.
Yeah.
When I was saying earlier, like, there were a few things where I was like, fuck this director, I quit, which was like she has to get small and hide, which I'm claustrophobic, and then the spider thing, don't like that. And then what the fuck? She's hanging off of the balcony?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
That's her hiding spot? she is on the wrong side and hanging.
Also, I couldn't
That's
do that.
terrifying.
No.
It's so hard.
Spoiler
That's
alert,
so
neither
hard.
can she. She falls.
Yeah.
that's true.
Does she die?
No, she falls onto
perfectly
luggage.
She falls onto luggage.
onto this like tent that looks
Good
And
fall.
under the tent is
luggage. And then
It's-
she's like limping to her next
Yeah,
destination.
then she can't walk for a while. But that was horrifying.
Yeah.
Like, just deal with the robots.
I
Yeah.
guess
Don't add heights to it.
I thought it would have been scarier if the robot like saw her fingers, and like scratched them or cut them.
Uh-huh.
But she
I
didn't.
did like that the robot then is like, okay, I really think the robots are characters because she's hiding, she's dangling, and you can tell that the robot is frantic.
Yes.
Because instead of like going on his patrol, he just keeps kind of going zigzagging back and
Right.
forth, and you can
Right.
tell he's like, "Where'd she go? Where?
Yeah.
I just had her. They're gonna be so mad. I have to find her." Like
They're
he's
gonna be so
frantically
mad.
looking for her.
It's true. It's like a hunting dog, like
Yeah.
retracing tracks
He
over and
is
over.
panicking.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
It's
Chasing
adorable.
its own tail.
I kind of, to that tune, I wish they Home Alone the robots more.
Yeah.
I want to see them confuse them.
Yeah.
Pretend
well,
to
they could have put the
steal.
spider on them. That works in Home Alone.
Totally.
Yeah.
Something. Try to make them slip on some ice.
Eventually
do
we
with
get
the
them
paint.
slipping. Yeah.
Okay, we
It
get
gets
the paint.
caught in paint.
That's good.
And then she explodes them.
Yeah.
It was sad.
And then what's our very last shot? Is it just them in the mall together?
Yeah, they're happy in the mall. They go running to them.
They should have gone back to the furniture store to fuck some more.
Yeah.
Well, she's got a nice
full circle.
Yeah.
Let's talk about full circle. She's got a nice line at the end after she kills the robot. She says, "Have a nice day."
Yeah, that's good.
There we go.
They're comeuppance.
Come up in.
Uses
Yeah.
their own tagline against them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to
Take
say
to their own
again, it
medicine.
makes me think that they've lost their mind. Because to kill someone and then say, have a nice day, insinuates that they thought they did their job.
Because they
by
are
killing
doing
them.
their job. These people should not be in the mall.
But they're not
after
supposed
hours.
to kill. That was made clear in the presentation
That
with the
was.
plan.
But I think that's the lightning strike. I think okay. Okay, guys, I really like this movie. So I'm just gonna say, here's my wrapped up theory: is that they are here to prevent people from being in the mall after hours. So they're doing their job. But the lightning strike is what makes them murderous.
But then again, why are they programmed with lasers and
Well, that I don't know.
that's where the conspiracy goes to the top.
Maybe this has something to do with her dad, who is a Marine.
Maybe.
Oh.
Is
Maybe
there
he's
a
in
shopping
on
mall
it.
too?
I wish.
Maybe this is a government experiment.
Yeah.
Doing a
This was
sequel
actually the
now.
prequel to Us.
Maybe that's why she had to move there, because it's a government experiment that he's working on.
God, doing a sequel now would be so great.
Oh my
Right?
gosh. It was
Yeah.
so fun.
Especially because malls are like going extinct.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So maybe the robots have to be there because people are like squatting in the malls.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
a great place to play
I
that.
can't believe I've never fucked in a furniture store in a closed mall.
You know what?
Me
It's not
too.
too late.
It's not too late.
I don't know.
I
Like
think
you
the
said,
Glendale
malls are-
Galleria is still open. Go there.
All right.
Yeah.
Mano, you want to come?
Yeah, I would love
Since neither of us
to.
have done it.
Yeah, I think we could find a corner of J.C. Penney because
Yeah.
who's working there?
That's true.
yeah.
Robot tellers, probably.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Scary.
No. Oh no.
Thank you for picking our movie.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It was so
Yes.
fun.
It's so good.
Do you
And
wanna-
it's free on Amazon Prime. Who doesn't have a login or just Amazon Prime?
Or
Right.
their parents log in.
Right?
Yeah.
Thanks
That's how
so
I saw
much.
this.
Right?
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
Do you want to promote anything?
Sure. Follow me at my name, Mano Agapion, on the social medias.
Yeah.
Listen to my drag podcast on the HeadGum.
Oh, we actually kind of promoted it for a second before on the previous one.
Oh, cool.
Because Sophia talked about how she loved RuPaul. And I said, Mano has a podcast.
Yes, I do. Oh, I
Yeah.
love her. Both Sophia and RuPaul I live for. It's called Drag Her. It's fun. We're about to cover Drag Race UK,
Whoa.
which is really exciting and new uncharted territory.
Whoa.
Untorty.
Ooh, and everyone will have an accent.
Oh, yeah. We're
I
going to have
love
some
that.
funny accents and a lot of British like references I don't get.
Great.
I
Perfect.
can't wait for that. I have to just Google constantly. And also my Patreon podcast, We Love Trash, with Betsy Sodaro. It's so fun. And listen to all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing the show.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
It
you
was
guys
great
are
to
fun.
have you.
Thank
Have
you
a
for
nice
taking
day.
You too.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks.
Oh, and you can find us on Instagram at
He's Right Behind You podcast.
and rate, review, subscribe on iTunes.
Please.
Thank you.
Thank you.